Okay, this is a somewhat quick explanation on relics and tournaments and how they work and what they affect. The first thing you want to determine, of course, as a new player is what your boosted goods are. Boosted goods are your goods that will have a higher production rate as opposed to other. There are three tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 goods. And in each section, each tier, you'll have one that is boosted. You'll have much higher production rate on them as opposed to others, which is why most people will only produce that good and just trade for what you need, because you get more that way if you have people you can trade with. To find out your boosted goods, you click on your main hall. That'll bring this up. You click on your Relics tab up here. These three down here show your boosted goods, even if you have not unlocked them yet. As you can see, that my Tier 1, in this case, is Marble, which is unlocked. My Silk and Tier 3 Gems, which both are not unlocked yet. Though you can still trade for them if you need them. This here, this percentage, will show the boost you get to your manufactured goods. In this case, mine's 123% on this new province. You start at 100%, and as you gain relics, that boost will go up. I'm told to a total of 700%. And of course, you can increase your goods by upgrading your manufactories. But that's different. So down here will tell you how many more relics you need to increase this number to its next level. For this, my next upgrade for Marble, I need one more Marble relic, which I left there. Gaining relics is usually done either through clearing provinces or through tournaments. For clearing provinces, you can go to your world map, which is your world icon. On here, you'll notice each one that you explore has a specific icon on it. Marble, steel, silk, elixir, gems, scrolls, and there'll be other ones. There's crystal. That's my magic dust, but we'll get to that. Now, these are already cleared for this, but when you scout a province, then you have to clear it. You get 8. So this one's already scouted. So I go here, you have 8 battle zone thingies you have to clear. You can clear them either by paying negotiating costs, which is a combination of gold, supplies, and goods, not always your boosted good, or by fighting with whatever military you have trained. Whatever one you choose, when you clear that, you will get these following rewards. You always get 1 knowledge point and 1 relic when you clear a single battle zone. What relic you get is determined, obviously, by what icon was on it. This is a marble zone. So every one here is going to give a marble relic. So when you finish all of these, you'll gain 8 relics in total. Let's see, I'll fight this. Okay, that's hard to look through a camera. No. Victory. Okay, now that I cleared that through battle, there's your confirmation message and the rewards you get for clearing that specific one, my relic, my knowledge point, and ranking points, which are those thingies. And since I just gained that one relic I needed to increase my production boost, I get another message that informs me of that. I went from 123 to 140%. Someone visited. And now you can see that's updated to 140% boost, and my next upgrade will take 6 more relics. And as you progress, the amount you need always increases. It doesn't always stay this low. So, if you have supplies, always train your troops, depending on what you have unlocked and what you need. Because if you can, it's better than negotiating and using all your supplies. Now, the second way for gaining relics, primarily, is through tournaments. For tournaments, well, you'll notice on your world map icon, you see the little tent there, as well as a message that informs you that a Magic Dust tournament is currently active. So when you go to your world map, for all the provinces you cleared, you have, like I said, each province is a different relic base. Every province that you cleared that's the same as the type the tournament is where you can battle for the tournament. So for this one, it's a Magic Dust tournament. Any province I cleared that has Magic Dust on it is eligible for tournament. I only have one on this account, which is right here. Now, I already fought this one earlier today, so that's why you get this message informing me that it will be another 10 hours and 11 minutes before I can do this province again. But for tournament, you get the little tent icon there, Magic Dust tournament, and how long, okay, can't do that, and how long the tournament time, how long that tournament's going to be on for. It's usually about 96 hours. Now, there's always another tournament around the corner, and what relic it's based on will continuously switch. So no need to get overly paranoid, there's always more. So when I click on the tent, this will be the first thing you see, and you'll only have one listed. This is the first province for the Magic Dust, the one that I just had shown you. Now, say I had like 3 of them cleared, you still would only see this at first. The second one will not be unlocked until you finish the first fight in number 1. And number 3 will not be unlocked until you finish the first fight in number 2. So you unlock them progressively. This will show you, your rewards. They can vary, usually between relics, KP, enchantments, and you'll also get tournament points. Go over them in a minute. But let's come over here. Now I have a lot more unlocked over here, but I'm short on troops and goods, so I'm only up to number 2. As you can see, the little star, there's 1 star there indicating that I've finished this province 1 time. As each star increases, so will the difficulty for that specific province. So for number 1, my first province, my 0 star will be the easiest. When time's up, my 1 star will be a little bit harder. 2 star will be a little harder than that. 3 star a little harder than that, so on and so on. And it's a 16-hour cooldown between each one, which is what that is. I did this about 6 hours ago, so it's down to 10. But after each cooldown, you can do it again. Also, as I mentioned, you unlock each of these as you progress. And in terms of unlocking them, number 1 will be the easiest province to fight or negotiate. Number 2 will be a little bit harder than number 1. Number 3 will be a little harder than 2. Number 4 will be harder than 3. So on and so on. So you got 2 levels of difficulty. Your province number as well as what star you're on. And there will usually come a point either through star level on a single province or your numbered provinces where the cost, either your good cost to negotiate or your military cost, will just be too high for what the reward is. And that's pretty much always going to happen at some point if you're active, once you unlock a certain number. So there's no need to use every last bit of resources on these, because as I said, there's always another tournament around the corner. Your battle point, or your tournament points that you'll get for clearing each thing, leads to a combined total with your fellowship. That can be found by the treasure chest icon in the upper right of your computer screen. Click on that, and this will show up. This bar here shows your current progress on the chest that you're on. So the combined on this is 795 battle points. You need a total of 1200 to get to the next one. Or in that case, it's this one. As you unlock each chest, the rewards listed. So for this, the first chest is an enchantment and 2 magic dust relics get added to a final reward at the end of the tournament. When I unlock that, you'll get 5 KP and 3 relics in addition to what you cleared before. If we make it to that, you get a rune shard, an enchantment, and another enchantment, rune shard, KP, 4 magic dust relics, so on and so on. At the end of your time, when the tournament is up, whatever you have cleared will be the rewards granted to each province each player that took place in the tournament. And you can also see how much each player has contributed to the tournament. Obviously, a player that has, a lot more stuff scouted and cleared and larger armies are going to do more than a new province. Let's see, am I forgetting anything? Probably. Oh yeah, for the relics, obviously I mentioned they increase your production goods. So I gain a bunch of marble relics, it increases that, which bears the question, like, okay, what about relics that don't boost your production? If I gain steel relics or plank relics, they're not going to increase anything because they don't have boosted for me. Every player's is randomly chosen. But they do have a use. As well as mentioning that through tournaments, the reward in this case was a magic dust tournament. I don't have a magic dust boost, so why bother? But the rewards, enchantments, KP, and all that come in handy. But for other players in your fellowship, that will come in handy. They will have that boost, and the extra rewards will help them. So when it comes time, in this case, that a gems tournament comes around, you would hope other people would contribute and help gain your boosted as well. So nice to, help them out as well. But what do you do with these relics, non-boosted? So they need a use, and they do have one. Not too far into the game, you will gain a Magic Academy. Magic Academies produce enchantments. And to produce enchantments, they cost relics. They cost your non-boosted relics, so for each person this will be a little bit different. Power of Provision costs one plank relic and one crystal relic for me. The next one costs a marble, which actually is my boosted, so be careful. And magic dust. Next one is silk, which is one of my boosted, and gems, a non-boosted. And this costs 3. Plank, silk, my boosted, and magic dust. So they do have their uses, and enchantments all have different things. This, supply production, you use it on a workshop, and its supply production will gain a 200% boost for 10 hours. Though it only applies to a single building, not all of them, which is what I thought when I first started. This one is a bonus to your culture, a 5% bonus for 2 days. That one is a good production, so you use them on, your plank, steel, and marble manufactories, and your goods production get boosted by 50% for 13 hours. The last one is for your knowledge points. You have a limit to how many knowledge points you can carry, which is 10 at once, and then that timer stops counting until you use them. This will increase that by 10 to a total of 20, and it lasts for 2 days. I've not used one yet, but I've been told that if you use it and you get boosted to 20, and say you have all 20 filled, or 18, or 15, or whatever, and this enchantment wears off, you may lose that boosted amount. It may go right back to 10. Cannot confirm that, as I've never really used one yet. But as you can see, they do. Your relics and your non-boosted relics do have a purpose. Yeah, that's about all I think of at the moment for relics and tournaments. So, have fun.